Hello and welcome to Roosevelt Rebel. I was about to say shot about it because we recorded last night and that's in my head. Um, Welcome to Roosevelt Rebel with your host Tisa Rebel Beltran. Sorry for the noise outside. The truck across the street is leaving. But I did record a podcast the other day, but I didn't freaking upload it because I fell asleep. I need to not record right before bed because I tend to pass the fuck out because I'm usually smoking my CBD. Yeah, but last night we did a shot about it, and I am going to have to edit like a motherfucker. First, because Sabrina fucking pushed stop instead of pause. So, yeah. And like, a lot of things came out last night that were very personal that some people shouldn't know. Goddamn. But I will be editing it. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Because I did all of my homework already. And only I have like a week left of homework or school. Week or two, I think. I should probably look. I think it is. Yeah, I only have like a week or two left. Wow. So, maybe I'll just finish up all my homework in 1 week. Oh, I have a very big profiling homework that I need to fucking do. Or it's the final project. It's worth 150 points, so I need to fucking really focus on that probably this week and next. But yeah, the shot about it last night was really good. Once I get it uploaded, please look into it. It was a good fucking time. It was a great night. I love my friends, and I love that we are able to do this together. And I am happy. I'm happy. It was a good time. I laughed a lot. And I really hope you guys enjoy the episode once I'm edited and put it in, because I need to learn how to splice two things together. So, that's probably going to take all night. And the good thing is I don't have work tomorrow, so I will be doing that. Tonight I was going to do an episode about something, but I wanted to do it with my friend, but she may have COVID, so I'm not going over there and at all. And I haven't seen her actually in like maybe 2 weeks, and usually I'm over there at least once a week, but I just, with this pandemic and the numbers getting worse, I just haven't really gone anywhere. And usually just to Candace's house and Sabrina's once in a blue moon, like once a month I go to Sabrina's, because I am cautious, but I go to Candace's every weekend, so, and yeah, good times. And sometimes, we do a shot about it, sometimes we don't. So the last time I was at Sabrina's was when I had to get off last weekend when I went to the bathroom because I was in Prescott with the family for our annual girls trip, and I had to go to the bathroom, so I stopped over at Sabrina's. So that was the last time I was there, and before that I couldn't even tell you. And the kids are always like asking me to come over, and I'm like, but I just got to be cautious because COVID is scary, and my parents are elderly. Like my dad's 83, and he has early onset dementia, and it's scary already with him forgetting stuff, and it's rough. And my mom with her memories failing sometimes, and I know Alzheimer's and dementia's in the family, so it makes me worry for them. Either she's just not paying attention, or she's over processing things. I think I really got ADD from my mom. I really feel like my mom has ADD. It's so funny to think that now, because all your life you're living a certain way, and then you realize, like, after learning about all these things in school, and you're like, wow, and then you see like people are having symptoms of the stuff that you're learning about, and it makes so much sense about things. It's insane. So last night we did an episode of Shot about it. And it was just so much fun. And I just want to talk about my bloody nose. I have never had a bloody nose apparently in my life. Last night, we were sitting on the couch and I thought it was just mocos coming out of my nose. So I wiped my nose and I was like, okay, it must be allergies. And then Candace is like, are you fucking doing coke? Because I was like going like that. And I was like, no. And so she showed me something. What the hell did she show me? We went somewhere. We were drunk, apparently. She took me in her room and showed me something. Or in the bathroom. I honestly don't remember. We were drinking. And plus I was hyperfixated on my nose running. And so then we sat down on the couch. And I sniffed again. And I was like, apparently I'm doing coke tonight. And then a drop of blood fell on my leg. I was like, my nose is fucking bleeding. And honestly, I haven't had a bloody nose in who knows how long. Over 20 years. Over 30 years, I would think. But this bloody nose wasn't just a regular little, like, oh, I'm just bleeding. It was gushing. And so, of course, I freaked the fuck out. And I'm like, Candace is bleeding so much. She's like, no, it's normal. I'm like, no, it's fucking not. And Sabrina had just left. Candace was drunk. I was drunk, but not, like, super drunk. But I'm not going to fucking get behind the wheel. And so I called my brother. And I'm like, Michael, my nose is bleeding so much. And I've never bled like this before. I'm kind of freaking out. And he's like, apparently he was drinking. And he was asleep because it was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, I'm kind of freaking out here. And he's like, well, what do you want me to do? And I was like, I don't know. I said, but Candace is making fun of me. She's making fun of me that my nose is bleeding. she's like, love, this is fine. It's just a normal nosebleed. I said, but Candace, it's bleeding a lot. It's gushing so much. Like, it was gushing so much. I was like, I've been going through Kleenexes like crazy. And she was so sweet. She took care of me. So I love her for that. Because I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I was like, Candace, my nose is bleeding. She ran to the bathroom and brought me a Kleenex. And I was like, thank you. And then it just kept gushing and gushing. I was like, what the fuck? And then, she came in there and she's like, are you okay? I said, it's still fucking bleeding so much. And I looked up online. I was like, if it's still bleeding after 30 minutes, I have to go to the fucking hospital. she's like, love, you're fine. And I'm like, I said, what if I'm dying? And I'm so dramatic. And at least I can accept that about myself. And she's just laughing at me. And she's like, you got blood on your glasses. And she's like cleaning my glasses. So she took care of me. Oh, I love her so much. So thank you, Candace, if you're listening to this episode. Thank you for taking care of me and making sure that that my nose wasn't gushing all over the place. And thank you for making fun of me. I love you. So anyhow. And then this morning when we woke up, well, she got up before me, of course, because this woman wakes up early. She covered me with a blankie. So that was nice of her, because it was fucking cold. I don't even know how it got so cold. I think we left the fan on last night, though. But it was a great weekend, and it was fun so far. And yesterday I built my fucking desk finally, and I already built one during the middle of the week, and the welding job on it was shit, so now I have to send that back. So I built the desk all together, and then I had to take it apart, and now I have to send it back to whoever I bought it from. It's through Amazon, but it wasn't through an Amazon Promise or Prime or whatever the fuck it's called. So I have to send that back. So my brother bought me a desk yesterday, or the day before, and I put it together yesterday. And today's Sunday, right? So Friday he bought it for me, and yesterday I put it together, and I put together the chair today. So everything's looking good. I'm going to be ready for work on Monday or Tuesday, and it's actually, like, I don't know how people can sit in bed and work. It was so hard this week because it was so hard and so uncomfortable. I was like, I do not know how people do this. I'm like sliding down on the bed. I'm like, fuck this. And I kept having to shift. And during my breaks, I'd have to go out there and update notes in the kitchen. So I was like, fuck this. I need to get this situated before Tuesday because I cannot go through this for another week. So now I have it, and I built the chair today, and Dylan helped me, my nephew, so I'm going to be posting a cute TikTok in a little bit with him singing. I love him so much. Like, this kid is like my soul. Like, and today I gave him a little witchy lesson. We talked about my gems and crystals and taught him about the pendulum, but not too much about it. And he loved using the snuffer for my candles because I lit the candles and let him snuff them. And I had to explain to him that the only way that he can ever do this is with adult supervision, and he understood. And then he was really into the gemstones, of course, because he collects rocks. He's like, oh my god, he's such a baby witch. He collects rocks like crazy. So I gave him a rose crystal today. And then he gave me 3 of his rocks, which was very fucking sweet. And I'll put pictures on Instagram of the rocks that he gave me. And then I also taught him about cleansing things with Palo Alto. And so we just had a great session of learning things together. And I cleansed him with it, and then he cleansed me with it. So it was really cute. And like he just loves to learn these things. Mm-hmm. And I'm having deja vu. Okay, so yeah, I taught him that. And then let's discuss this real quick because I had deja vu. So the discussion about witchy stuff, and so I wanted to bring up dimensions, and oh my god, I just got chills. So about dimensions, like there's other dimensions on this earth. So I wanted to bring back Sylvia Browne. Remember a year ago, when the pandemics happened, she said that this was going to happen, the pandemic. But I also wanted to talk about one of her other books where she said, heaven is a place on earth. The song popped into my head. But this is what she said. And so it's like a few feet off the ground and it's another dimension. So we were discussing this because of a TikTok that I saw the other day where the girl was like, what if ghosts are just people living in other dimensions? That's something that I totally believe. Like, if you really think about it, but I've been really just focusing on my life here on Earth in this dimension because I've been going through some shit. Believe me, in my dreams I'm going to other dimensions. Because they say in your dreams you're going and visiting other dimensions. And that's why, sometimes you have nightmares and sometimes you have really good dreams. Let me tell you about my dreams. I'm not going to, but they're really good. But, so we're talking about how, these ghosts are existing and they could just be in another dimension. And so, like, we're afraid of them, they're afraid of us because what is this person that is here? It's kind of like that movie High Spirits where, how there was a reoccurring every night at the same time this ghost was doing this, and that's and Lady in White. So I'm wondering if the writers of these movies actually were spiritual people that believed in this stuff, because they talk about these dimensions or these ghosts or like repetitive living, what they did. And in High Spirits it was the death scene where she gets murdered by her husband, and then so in Lady in White, it's Lady in White. That movie scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, but it wasn't really scary, but it was scary when you're a fucking kid watching it. And Lady in White is like one of my favorite movies. So this little girl's reliving her fucking death over and over again. So, and then, on Ghost Adventures and stuff like that, where they pick up the videos, and it's like ghosts in the Revolutionary War, or like, the plantation ones was like the most scariest ones that I watched, So I'm wondering if these are just dimensions on Earth. And, I really, as I said, I don't really think about it very much, because like I'm just focusing on this life, because before I used to get really stressed about everything, and like, I don't know. So now I'm just focusing on this life and living this life and making it my best that I can and learning my lessons. So just a little spiritual shit going on here. And if you don't like it, I'm sure you turned off already. So, but these are the questions that we were talking. I think it was last weekend in Prescott we were talking about it. And then I was talking about it with Candace, I think, last night. I don't know. Somebody. I don't remember who. But so these are the thoughts that are going through my head about dimensions and like heaven on earth, and Sylvia Browne saying all these things those many years ago, which I can't wait to get all of my books all in one place because all of my books are in store.